Oh, I'm rushing. I've just got back from shopping. Um, the shops are packed, absolutely packed. Everybody's gone crazy. What can you do? That's our world as we know it now. Okay, we're going to have a quick visit today because I've only just got home and I have things to do. So, quick visit today and hopefully spend a little bit more time on tomorrow. I hope you're all doing well. I know somebody will chime in shortly. Hey, Lauren, how are you going? First up today. Good afternoon to you too. Yeah, I've just been shopping, just braved the shops, went and bought some clothes that I needed because apparently I've put on weight since I've been in lockdown. Hey, Hayley, how you going? Hi, Susan. How's things? Yay, yeah, exactly. Janet, how you going? So so I thought I might as well get out. The really nice thing was I thought I haven't bought a new handbag for I don't know. I've had my current handbag for like probably about 5 years, 4 years maybe. And I treated myself to a new handbag today. And I walked in the shop, thought, have a look, buy something, maybe something a little different. And because my handbags really, they have to be really brave. They last such a long time. And the girl came over and said, 25% off all handbags today. So I saved myself like $50 or something, which was pretty cool. Um, the clothes shrunk. What a great way to look at it. Hey, Jade, how you going? Did I cover everybody there? Jane, how are you? So I've got a handbag as well. So tracksuits and handbags. I'm ready to spend another few months indoors, really. Hey, my angel, how you going? But yeah, perhaps that's the way I should look at it. That my clothes shrunk. Oh, too funny. So I managed to get some tracksuit pants, although there wasn't much around. I always hate it when you have really comfortable clothes and you go looking for them again and you can't find them. There's 2 cards coming out here. Yeah, I'm all set. That's what I said. Pajamas and tracksuits. I'm happy with that. Today we got the shark and the starfish. So that's quite interesting. Starfish came straight out. That's pretty good. And the shark, and there's the shark. Nice and easy today. Alrighty. I don't know if I've got everybody. So we have the starfish here. This is about beautiful, alluring, superficial, or shallow. The starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them for so long that they may have forgotten their deeper callings. When this card appears, it's important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams have I put aside to please others? Well, there's a little bit of a resonance from the readings today. This is about uplifting, artistic, and expressive. So that whole putting aside yourself for other people. All right, and then we have the shark. I bet the shark's the complete opposite, right? Directness, exposure, revealing the true nature and desire. Don't you love it? Okay. Hi, Scott. How you going? So it's the complete opposite to the starfish because this is about revealing true nature and the starfish is about concealing your true nature and following everybody else's way of doing things. So the shark is only dangerous when we don't acknowledge it. This card indicates that something big needs to be exposed. It's lurking in the depths and creating tension. Shark energy takes us over when we are hesitant to be honest and to be totally ourselves or to say what we really want. It may be tempted to continue pretending nothing is wrong, but when shark energy is at play, we feel its presence encircling us. And this is all Spirit talks about lately, is stuff that we've hidden from view because we don't want to expose ourselves, as it were. and not in a rude or naughty way. Um, this is about being intriguing, captivating, and mysterious. I had to look at my face then because I just drank a hot chocolate, and I never look in the mirror, and I thought, God, I hope I haven't got chocolate all over my face. Bit of a treat. Hi, Gigi, how you going? I think I got everybody here. Some powerful cards. So again, the story that we're hiding stuff away we're hiding our true selves away from because we fear of being judged for who we are. So we live behind what we fear showing others. And, my understanding is for a lot of you at the moment, there's sort of gifts, talents and skills that you're hiding away from the world because you were taught, that maybe they weren't the right thing for you to bring out in front of other people. Okay, this will be interesting. I have the card of soulmates coming out here. So maybe someone's going to help you achieve that little goal. Card 41. Okay. Soulmates. This is about harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, and a relationship fostering personal growth. So it said someone's going to help you get out there. Okay, so you are meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of others. Certain people enter into your life in order to take you to the next level of healing, consciousness, and authenticity. It is always a reciprocal experience, although the results for each of you will vary. You know these people by the strong pull drawing you toward them, and sometimes by a strong aversion to them initially too. Soulmates can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. No matter what, you will be changed in ways you possibly can't fathom now. Pay attention to these people today. They are your greatest gifts. I have a feeling here somebody's going to come in and help you to see some sort of talent perhaps you've been hiding from the world. Beautiful little stories, aren't they? We're so lucky. Just let me blow my nose, not COVID. I've been out and about, running around like a loopy-loo. While we were out, one of my grandsons hurt his head on the cubby house at school, and they called up while we were out shopping and said, can you come and pick him up? So we had a little side treat and went and picked him up and whipped into McDonald's, and I had a hot chocolate. So that was my exciting part for the week. How cool is that? But back to the readings, that's what we're getting all the time at the moment. Something about us hiding away from the world. So I don't know how many of you guys are sort of trying to work out what that might be for you, because I think sometimes those things may be hidden quite deep inside us, and they may not be something you can identify straight away, but definitely some sort of skill, talent, or even a part of yourself. And I think I was saying the other day, like, you may see yourself as being very quiet and introverted, but maybe you're not that quiet person. Maybe someone told you when you were young that you were very quiet. And you may have grown up thinking that you were this very quiet person, and maybe you were meant to be, really out there and really loud and boisterous. But sometimes what happens is when we try to be that way and someone knocks us into place, that whole tall poppy syndrome, sometimes we sort of go back into ourselves and we're not comfortable embracing those parts of ourselves that are who we are. Yeah, he's really good, Hayley. He was really funny though. He's one of the twins, and at first we thought he could just stay at school. Sarah and I were going to go and pick him up a little bit later, but the school rang back and said no, he has to be picked up. It's something to do with the way of doing things. So we went and picked him up, and all he was worried about was leaving his twin behind. He said, Aiden will be so sad if I'm not there. And I'm like, probably Aiden hasn't even noticed you've gone at the moment. But I used to do this thing with my kids when they were little. If they were home from school, I'd always take them out and give them, if they were not feeling well, but they were well enough to go out, I'd go out and buy them, an ice cream or whatever else for a bit of a treat, because it was easy for me to buy for one. It was expensive sometimes to buy for all three. So they all got a chance at it. But I'd always tell them they were my favorite. That's why they got an ice cream or why they got something. And of course, the first thing they do when their brothers and sisters come home is say, Mum said I'm their favorite. That's why she bought me an ice cream. But I used to say it to all of them. So it was too funny. But he seems to be, "Hey, Nicole, how are you going?" He seems to be fine. He was quite chatty in the car and talking about different things. So I think he was fine. I think it just gave him a bit of a shock. But the poor little man, he got stung by a bee yesterday. So he's had a bit of a week this week. But apparently the teacher diffused his bee sting by telling him the bee had mistaken him for a pretty little flower. So he thought that was really funny. So anyway, so that's what they're all up to today. So I'm not going to stay on for long today because I've got some readings to do this afternoon. And I've only just got home. I'm starving. I haven't eaten. All I've had is the hot chocolate. So I need to go and eat something. So I just want to make sure I've acknowledged. Yeah, what a week. Poor little man. It's really funny. Those twins are so funny. They crack me up all the time. They both got great sense of humor. And sometimes it's just, it's crazy hearing these little people with such a good sense of humor. They're very funny boys. I'm good, thanks, Nicole. I'm very good. I hope you've all got something nice planned for the weekend, being we can sort of get, I don't know how it is in everybody's country, I guess, but some, yes, Susan, it's lurking in the depths, as long as you're not a serial killer or something. Yeah, I don't know. I think that for some people, it's probably not that. I hear people talking all the time about their special talents and what they don't do. And some people are really, really aware of what they're good at, but they don't do it for whatever reason. But I think for some people, perhaps that's hidden a lot deeper. So I don't know whether you'll come across it or whether somebody's going to wake you up to whatever it is. So you're miss your boys when they're not there. Yeah. It is tough, isn't it? I get a bit sad when I don't see the kids for a while. Oh, very nice. Queen's birthday long weekend here, and it's raining. Of course it is. It's like the show weekend, right? Always, always. Yeah, I haven't really told anybody yet, but my she's got a 10-year-old girl, and then she has the twin boys who are identical, and they are going to be 7 in August. And then she has Oscar, who's around about March, April, May, around about 15 months old. Hey, Deborah, how are you going? And she's just found out she's pregnant again. So she wanted to try again for a girl. And I sort of said to her, "Sarah, you got your hands full with 4 children. Really think about what you want." And she fell pregnant again. And when she came back from the ultrasound, she was walking up the stairs and I knew it straight away. I said to her, "It's twins, isn't it?" And she said, "Yes." I was like, "Oh no." So there's twins, but these twins are not identical. These twins they've got their own homes, or whatever you like to call it, home sacks, whereas the boys shared one. So yeah, she will have 6 children. So she's just 12 weeks now, so she'll announce it soon. So I don't really mind sort of talking about it on here now, but I'm a bit sort of like, whoa, that's a lot of kids, 6 children. But Auckland, yeah. Yeah, no, it is. It's really wonderful, and I'm really excited about it. I'm very close to her children because I spent a lot of time with her when her children were young. So when my marriage broke down, I went and lived, and we got a house together, and I actually was around her while she had the twins until they were about a year old, or actually probably older, maybe about 18 months old. So I've spent a lot of time with them, not quite so much with the next one. But they only live around 10 minutes away now, so a bit closer than I was before I moved. So I think I moved for all these reasons. Yeah, August, little Leos. Actually, they're Virgos, the boys. 22nd, I think, of August. Yeah, Hayley really is lovely to be close. And I think she will need me around probably for a little bit. Yeah, and hopefully you'll hear about the part-time hours soon, so that'll help too. But it's all very interesting, isn't it? 2 more. So we don't know. I speculate it's a boy and a girl. I have a feeling it's a boy and a girl. She'd like 2 more girls. Yeah, I can understand that, Gillian. That's really hard work, isn't it? Sarah's got a bit more of a break between hers, but the youngest one is only 15 months now. So, she'll find it tough to start with. I think that some things are so much easier than they were when we were younger, but also some things make it so much harder too. Like your kids don't live so close to school, so she's got to buy a new vehicle now because she can't fit everybody into one vehicle. So that's going to be interesting. So that makes it a lot harder. Whereas I guess years ago we were close to everything, so school was a lot closer. But it will be a lot of work for her. And then there are other things like, it's much easier having disposable nappies now. We only had material nappies in our days, and our washing machines weren't automatic. So, you could only put 6 nappies in at a time. And if you had 2 children in nappies, it would take you all day just to wash the nappies. But yeah, so some of those things are great. Some of those things like having an automatic washing machine, having decent vehicles and things like that all change. But I feel like it's like, you're benefited by one way, but sort of disadvantaged in another. So it's very interesting. But anyway, I reckon she's got 1 boy, 1 girl. We'll see how we go with that. But she's pretty well. She's very health conscious, so she'll do fine. I told her that I would fly to Paris if she had twins again, but unfortunately with the flights being down, I can't get away now, so we're still laughing about that, because it was hard work raising those twins last time. Yeah, it's very exciting. So I'm just waiting for my son and his wife now, because they've been talking about having another one, and that's most likely going to be the sum total of grandchildren. That will bring me to 10, so that will be nice. I don't really think that's a bad amount of grandchildren, that's for sure. But somebody was telling me the other day they had 15. I was like, oh wow, that's a lot of grandchildren. But still pretty cool. Yeah, she'll need a minibus, Scott. Yes, she certainly will. So she's already starting to have a look now, because she'll still have Oscar in a baby seat, and that means a set of 3 baby seats for the car. By then, the boys will be out of their seats. They won't need boosters anymore. So that'll be cool. And Ivy, she's a little bit of a recluse. She's a bit of like an emo kid. So I think she might come out of her bedroom when the kids are born, but we won't see her till then. She's a gamer, big time gamer already at 10 years old. So very reclusive. It's interesting, isn't it? How are you, Kavitha? Yeah, beautiful. We've had beautiful readings all through this week, but very much about our own self-growth at the moment, which has been really nice. And the funny part was I was watching a reading this morning. I can't remember who I was watching. I think I had time just to watch something before I ran out the door. And the person who did the reading had almost exactly the same reading. And I was like, so it's very, very much about the changes we're experiencing at the moment. But I think I have a gorgeous girl who comments very often with the astrology stuff, and I know that we've got a lot of planets in retrograde and a few things like that going on at the moment. So I feel she'll probably let me know, but often actually we don't have Moira on. Moira, you're not on today. No. But a lot of the planets will be going direct, and that might make a big impact on some of us too. So we'll have to wait and see if we can get one of the astrology people on to give us a bit of an update. Anyway, so I'm not going to stop for long. I'm going to go off. I'm absolutely ravenous, so I'm ready to eat a horse and chase the jockey at the moment. I'm starving. So I will catch up with you tomorrow. I'm hoping to get the readings done for June very shortly too, so be watching out for those. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. It was only a short while. It was still beautiful, beautiful reading again. So the shark and the starfish. Thank you, Hayley. You have a beautiful day too. And I will see you tomorrow, but maybe a little bit earlier. Mwah! Much love to you all.